Could you describe yourself in a few words, please?
I describe myself as calm, thoughtful, definitely creative, and completely non-materialistic.
Brilliant. And you ask, usually you use the email address of Jack Croft. Who is Jack Croft?
Jack Croft was a pseudonym that I had intended to use when I started my illustration became public, but then I decided to use my own name and put my name to my work.
Brilliant. And where can we find your work today?
I've a book just come out called The Siege of Waterford, which will be in Easton soon. I'm setting up a process for selling it online as well. I also have some publications by an organisation called Knuckle Down Active. They circulate those issues around the shops, which they've all sold out, I believe.
Good. They're very nice book. I saw
Thanks
one of
much.
them only. What are you working on today? Can you show us some drawing?
Yeah, currently I'm working on some local legends for the same organisation. This particular one, do you want me to hold it up?
I'd like you to put your hands up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This particular one is a page from a story I'm working on about a character called Petticoat Loose.
Good. Thank you.
There's another page. There's a page on process.
Brilliant. Thank you.
So
good. And painter usually create a magic landscape, transform any landscape into their own painting and into their own world. What is your secret to keep alive a drawing / a comic?
a drawing. I suppose I see the story in a series of stills in my subconscious mind, the way a storyboard on a movie would take form. So I see the whole thing as a flow of images.
Yes.
I never see any one image that doesn't lead to another.
Yes.
In movies, time is used to move the story along, whereas in graphic novels, space is used.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
And why don't you have a main hero in your series?
That is a great question. I suppose I tried for a more holistic, like here again I can show, I tried to include the landscape, all the characters in a sort of holistic format. I don't like the hero format.
Yes.
Probably because of the Marvel, the way that's gone and the way it's become sort of devoid of imagination, I think.
Yes. And as well it's because you're doing the legend today, you're working
Yeah,
on
a lot
Irish
of it
legend.
historical work, but even the historical work, you're quite right, I never pick any
Yes.
one character, I try not to.
And today do you use pencil, pastel? How you correct your drawing? Or when do you know when it's finished?
Yeah, well I use pencil, I pencil out as best I can, and then I get to a point where I don't want to duplicate work.
Yeah.
So then I ink.
Yes.
Now I might come on top of that in colour and use a sort of layering process. I'm
Yes.
always experimenting.
It's good. How
Um,
you should be. And how many drawing page do you create per book?
the last book was 42 pages. There's about 10, I don't know what there would be, 5 to 10 images per page.
That's a lot, huh?
You know.
So it could take you months.
It could take me months, and I'm trying to develop fluency that this process speeds up. It's not just a speed thing, but I'm trying to develop a fluency.
Fluency. Today, if I say computer, I will say computer or blue carton paper.
Everything I tend to do as much as I can on paper.
Good.
In traditional methods.
And ink and pencil.
Yeah, ink, yeah.
And who inspire you?
Mainly the French comic artists like Mobius and Enki Ballion and a lot of names I can't pronounce.
Henri Bilal.
Yeah, Hergé.
Hergé, yes.
Yeah, Goscinny, others, all
Yes.
all those
Good.
wonderful artists.
Yes. And last question but not least, if people want to become an illustrator or working into the edition, what would be your advice?
Well, I was thinking about this morning, and one thing I would possibly do different myself, I probably wouldn't have gone public as quick. I probably would have spent a little more time developing my art, because I found that my attention was diverted to other things when I should have been developing the art. But I'm starting to fix that now.
Good.
I did a lot of research.
So what would be your advice?
I would say try and get a fluency first,
Yes.
and
And
then
then
you know
work on
when
it.
you know when you're good to go.
Okay, thank you. Have you got anything else to say? Or?
No, I think that went well.
Good. Big smile. Thank you. Bye.